It's been a minute. Let me do some things. And hi. So let me adjust my camera. It's been a whole lot of minutes since we've been here together. And thank you for hanging out with me tonight for a few minutes as I bring you up to speed on what's happening with Baltimore Fashion Week and everything Fashion Umbrella Foundation. So I want to just take a brief minute to say thank you all for your continued support and you being here for us over the years. Baltimore Fashion Week has been in existence since 2008. Last year was the first year that, can I say this? It's okay. I think it's the first year that we fully did absolutely nothing. Like even through the pandemic, we made it happen. But sometimes when you run an organization like we do over here, sometimes change is needed. You have to step back and re-strategize. So that's what we did. So let's jump right into it. I'm very glad that I did it. It's the best thing I've ever done in my life, except having my children. So let's talk about it. Um, the purpose of this live, let me put this here so I can see. The purpose of this live is for me to bring you up to date on everything that's happening that I have scheduled so far. There is a lot, and I'm just like, in a good way, right? Because it's a lot happening and it's such a really cool vibe. So I'm just going to jump right in and start talking about Baltimore Fashion Week. So we're going to talk about the schedule first. Hi, Virginia. My mom's here. Oh my God. She said, good evening, everyone. So, first, let's talk about the platform that we're on. So, I'm using StreamYard. And on StreamYard, when guests drop their comments, Miss Jackson, who's my mom, Miss Jackson, she's coming in from Facebook. Or is it YouTube? No, she's coming in from YouTube. So whenever somebody drops a comment in the comment box, I can project it on the screen so everyone can see. I don't know, for those of you who follow us on Instagram, as you can see, this is not live on Instagram. We decided to bring everything here under Facebook and also YouTube. So you can follow us on YouTube. We have the Nixon Art Gallery and the Fashion Umbrella Foundation. So that's where you can find us. And if you subscribe to our channels, whenever we go live or whenever we schedule a live, you will get the notification because you're subscribed. So you know how when on YouTube, when you find that favorite channel that you like, or they're sharing something that you just can't live without, and you can't wait for their next post, then you subscribe. So if you subscribe to our channel on YouTube, whenever we go live, they're always scheduled. They're never like, oh, let me do this real quick. They're always scheduled, even if I'm on the Nixon Art Gallery, even if I'm over there creating something and I just decide to put it up, you'll still get notification because it'll be scheduled. Okay. So I just want everyone to know that if you subscribe to our channels, you will get notification. So let's talk about my favorite baby outside of my son's. Yeah, my favorite baby, Baltimore Fashion Week. Baltimore Fashion Week is coming back. It is returning in 2026. The dates are, oh, Linger Magazine is here. Let's show that. Hey, Linger, yay. So Baltimore Fashion Week is returning August 10th through the 14th, 2026. We will be at the War Memorial Building located at 101 North Gay Street, right across from City Hall. Really excited about that with the whole building. Oh my God, right? So, for those of you who have been here with us in the past, I'm not even going to try to remember the years that we were at the War Memorial, but it was about maybe 5 or 6 years, right? And the War Memorial Building, if you said it right, is beyond amazing. So let me just, bring you up to speed. So in February we have our walkthrough for the lights. So whenever you do a runway show, the lights are important. We don't use the lights in the building because they don't give off the great aesthetics that we've had for our pictures in the past. So if you go to our Linktree, which is located on our Instagram, you'll see the different years all the way. I believe all of the years are up. well, yeah, the links are up for the years to see the images for the previous shows, and so you can check that out if you like. But we'll be meeting with the lighting company in February. I'm so excited. The show is August the 10th through 11th, so I'll go over that schedule quickly with you. On the 10th, which is a Monday, is our I hate the word networking, but it's a kickoff party, maybe. And everything's on the BaltimoreFW.com site. And the link to the site is down the bottom. So you can, the link, hey, Lenise, the link to the site is down at the bottom of the page in the ticker. And then also, we have a text SMS program where you can text fashion to 888-437-0121, and you can join our text messaging list. And then when we send out messages, you get them. Usually, the way it works is okay, so y'all already know, right? Okay, fine. So, first of all, let's shout out WellPoint, who is our workforce development sponsor for 2026. Yay! So they're here, and Lanice is. You probably saw the two of us for 2024. You saw us on the news on WJZ when we were there to talk about Baltimore Fashion Week. So Lanice is the representative for WellPoint, and they are our workforce development sponsor for 2026. See, I've been working. Y'all think because I'm quiet, I'm in here sleeping. There's no sleep happening over here. Okay, let's just get that straight. So Monday is the kickoff party. Tuesday is our Lunch with series. So the Lunch with series is an event that we've started maybe 3 or 4 years ago. It started in 2007. When was our 2017 was our 10th season. And so that's the year when we hey Raul, how are you? Blanco, how are you? That's the year when we had our sneakerhead theme, right? Everything was based around sneakers, kind of, sort of. Well, that's when I think I started. I fell in love with sneakers. And now I'm not a sneakerhead, but I love my sneakers. Y'all see my, I'm going to show y'all my tennis shoes. Hold on. So these are my, that's the bottom. These are my Nikes. So you probably, and my socks never match anything I wear. So let's get that straight. I don't, so y'all won't send me an email talking about, oh, your socks don't match. My socks never match anything I wear. Okay. Even when I wear my shorts in the wintertime or my little booty boots, my socks will never match, but they're always on point. So, on Tuesday, which is August the 11th, 2026, we have our Lunch with series. And so we're working on our list now. Good evening, Blanca. Hello. I think I know you. Did I send you a message? Oh, God, we'll talk about it later. So Raul is here. Oh, no. Did you register? Okay. Sidebar. Sidebar. Anyway, anyway. I'm going off guilty. I'm so excited. So on Tuesday, we have our Lunch with series, and we're getting our list together to reach out to special guests so they can come. And the Lunch with series is something we started. It's either lunch or dinner. So the special guests that we invite, it's up to them if they want to do lunch with our audience members or if they want to do dinner. It's totally up to them. Oh, thank you, Ro. You love my necklace. Thank you. You like my earrings too. Yay. So it's totally up to them the time of the day they want to have it. And we invite, we open up for registration and you can come. And it's a private location, so it's not public. If you go to BaltimoreFW.com now, you'll see that the schedule is up. The schedule has been made since what is this? This is October. So the schedule was confirmed with the dates probably in July of this year for August of next year, because there's a lot that goes into this production. It's not one of those type of productions, and no shade on anybody. Well, maybe I am. It's not one of those productions where you wake up a month before and say, I'm doing the fashion week. We start working on this event at least 18 months in advance. So the one good thing that I can say about 2026 is that we took 2025 off to completely reorganize the entire organization, which was such a good thing. And it has garnered us the space and the real estate to open our mind to make things work better because they worked. So don't misunderstand me. They were fabulous, but I'm special, so it needs to be fabulous, right? So the seating alone, I know I'm jumping, but the seating alone for Baltimore Fashion Week, yes, it is done. The seating is up. Tickets are done. The diagram for the seats were done 2 months ago. That's done. I work with my ticketing company. We went back and forth and back and forth. I was like, no, the front row seats have to do this. And we need this much space in between the front row and the regular seats, and the seats over here. They need to, it was just crazy, right? So it's a lot that goes into what we do, which is why we only do it for now, only in August. The plan is to incorporate more days, not more days, but a different season. So maybe in 2028, maybe we'll do a fall winter collection, because in August you should be showcasing your what? Raul, do you know? Raul, does anyone on here know what season you should be showcasing in August? Okay, I'll help you out. Spring, summer. So spring, summer is the season that you should be showcasing in August, because that's when the buyers are here and they come and they're looking for inventory for their clients to put in the stores. And so that's why it's important that you know that. But on the flip side of things, for Baltimore Fashion Week, and everyone that comes knows that I make sure that they know, we allow the designers to showcase in two different seasons in August. So you can showcase spring, summer, I'm sorry, autumn, fall, or spring, summer. And what we do is we let the press, we let the buyers, we let the media know that this is a dual collection or dual season type presentation. So when they come, they'll say, oh, okay, yeah, I remember Sharon, or I remember her PR team letting me know that we will see a mix of seasons here. And we've been doing that since 2008, right? So next year's our 18th season, which is amazing for, right. Um, Next year is our 18th season, which I think is so amazing for us to still be here. Ticket information you can get on Fashion Umbrella .simpletix.com, or you can just go to baltimorefw.com, click on events, and it'll take you right there. Um, so what I'm gonna try to do is not say too many times. I'm counting them in my head like Sharon. Stop. So we talked about the Lunch With series. If you have anyone that you think you would like to see or have them to come, my list, you all already know my list is long, right? But if you have anybody that you would like to see, um, do y'all hear my? If you have anybody you would like to see to come and be a part of our audience, just drop it in the comments and we'll review it later and absorb all that information and take it into consideration. Because this isn't just about us, it's a community event, it's for everybody. So on day 3 of Baltimore Fashion Week, which is our first runway show. So we have 3 runway days: August August 12th, 13th, and 14th. And the 14th is on a Friday. So now that we're talking about the showcasing days, let me talk to designers only. So designers, are you here? So for designers, this year you have 2 different type of categories or showcasing opportunities that we have available for you. You can showcase in a collaborative, which is the normal group setting that most shows have. We're desperately trying to get away from that. But anyway, um, so you can show in a collaborative, or you can do a solo segment. Our goal is to have 3 days with 3 solo shows each day, or 4, or however. But the way the solo shows work, it's a little different if you're not used to it. So the way solo shows work is that they're timed shows, meaning that if we have 4 shows on a day, that means that the first one could start at 11. So let's say 11 to, we'll take lunch in between 2, and then 4, and then 7 would be the last show. And each one of those would be an individual show. The production team works as your personal production company to help you bring your vision to life. That you get all the seats in the space belong to you. If you have your guest list needs to be to us by August 1st. So August 1st, you'll meet with whoever. I don't know if it'll be me. I don't know, because things are changing over here and I'm staying in my lane and everybody else has their own. Okay. Miss Nixon is not going to be all over the place like she has for the past 17 years. We're not doing that. So whoever you meet with, um, you will give them your list, and then you'll meet again. We'll show you the seating chart, and then you can say, no, can this person move over here? Blah, blah, blah. And once we make the final seating arrangements for the seating chart, then we'll send your guests their tickets or invites or invitations, or I don't know that part. We were talking about that last night, how we're going to do that part. We will be inviting special guests. I'm so excited about that. We have a list, and oh my God, right? So, what else? So let me pull up the benefits. Let me see. Let me pull up the benefits. Oops. Let me see if I can pull them up. I'm gonna pull up the page on the site. So when I turn this way, I am, and you see me looking this way. I have 2 monitors, so that's why you see. Um, um, I think I'm just going to pull up the site because I don't want to miss anything. Okay, so let me. Is this share? Share my screen. Oh, share screen. What's going on? And then we're going to do this one. Window. We'll do this one. And we'll share it. Okay. Oh, look at that. So this is the Baltimore Fashion Week site, and this is the. I'm going to remove. Oh, okay. Can you hear me now? Raul, can you hear me now? Okay, so I'm gonna talk and then, oh yes you can. Okay, so okay, I'm just gonna leave myself in a little teeny corner and I'm gonna keep talking. So um this is the page for designers to register. I should try to bring it over here. Nope, I'm leaving just like this. And if you are interested in registering, you click here. So these are the 2 different um, showcasing levels. I'm so sorry. Me getting a message that you couldn't hear me. I'm like, oh my God. So for the solo designers, you get a dedicated runway time, opportunity to invite special guests, full support from our experienced and skilled backstage team, professional runway models. So let's talk about the models for a little bit. for our runway show, there is one model per garment. I hope that makes sense. So what I've noticed is that most shows, um, that it could have changed. I don't know. What I've witnessed is that some shows they recycle within a collection. So what I mean by that is that if you have a collection and your collection is 42 pieces, then you will have 42 models. By having one model per garment, the show is not long. You get to have your collection. Not only is it not long, but you each one of your models will be in your end of the year flood. Um, you get you get all the, why did I just draw a blank looking at Raul's name? Um, you get it one image per garment. Um, and the models are they're professional models, and we do not we're very inclusive here. So if you're a designer and you do a petite collection, then petite models will be there for you. If you like plus size, if you like standard models, um, we have those coming. Our next model casting is February 7th, and that's on a Saturday. But let me get back to the designers, and then I'll talk about the models next. So you get full support from our backstage team, professional models, access to expert hair and makeup teams. And so for your in the solo shows or the solo segments or opportunity or category, however you want to categorize it, because you're doing a solo show, you get to meet all the designers meet with our hair and makeup team leads, right? But as a solo designer, you get to have, I don't want to say an extended time, but you get more of a one-on-one approach because you meet with the hair team and the beauty team leads, and you discuss your vision for the runway show. It's your show. You have a time slot. So if your time slot is 2 o'clock, at 2 o'clock, your models will come out. They will have the look that you requested, and it will be delivered that day of the show. Each model, you get one, as I said, one model per garment. Runway coverage by Preston Media. We have, I'm so blessed to say that we now have, I have, I don't know if it's me, I don't know, but I have a PR person now. And I got kind of scolded before this started. So, that's what you have a PR person to keep you in line and to keep the brand fresh, right? So I'm getting out of my own way, y'all. I'm getting out of my own way. Just know that. You also get a media interview that will be starting in 2026. All interviews, all designers will remain on the um, Baltimore Fashion Week site, um, so that anyone that comes to the site can witness or see, I'm sorry, can view or see the interview, especially if it's printed, if it's not, if a link to the blog that was written. Also, there could be an opportunity for a live TV segments with local TV stations and hopefully some that aren't local, but you'll do it via Zoom or Teams. Each designer, whether you do solo or collaborative, every designer gets the images for their collection. All images are high res, and when the show is over, a link is sent out to each designer with a password. You go in, you download your images. We normally give about 14 days for that to happen, and then after that, we lock it so people can take your ideas and try to run with it. The runway images are all digital, and you also get a feature in our souvenir booklet. So our souvenir booklet, let me talk about, before I go there, let me talk about what the collaborative designers get, which is the group setting. So they get a shared runway segment, um, guidance with support from our production team, shared access to professional models. When I say shared, that means that they still get, if they do a 20 look collection, they still get 20 individual models, but the look will be cohesive across all the collections for that one day. So if we have six, not if, when we have six designers on one day, if it's just a collective or collaborative type showcasing, all the models will have not the same look, because we, like for the hair and makeup team, the freestyle. So no model has the same look twice. So I guess kind of sort of we're already doing the unique looks for the solo designers, because we've been doing it for the past, what, 6 years, where I meet with the leads, I show them the designers key look, not really the key look from the current collection that they'll be presenting, but something from a previous collection, because most designers don't fall far from their initial design aesthetic, if that makes sense. And so what I do is I meet with them, we go over the looks, we talk about the looks. They present it to me. I say yes or no. Why are we doing that color? That doesn't go across everybody's collection. So it's not just hair and makeup artists show up that day and they're like, well, what do we do? We meet on a regular basis. Come January, it's meet up time. From January to August, meetings are happening all the time when it comes to Baltimore Fashion Week. um, so they still, the designers from the collaborative also have inclusion, suppressing media opportunities, and they also are listed in the souvenir booklet. So now I'm going to go over real quickly before so let me finish with the designers before I go here. So registration ends for designers on March 31st. You go online, you click the link here. I don't want to click it because my computer's making noise. So you click the link here where it says apply to showcase, and there you can complete the form. Once you complete the form, there's a whole process that has been put in place, like in the past month, where you complete the form, you'll get a link to schedule your one-on-one. Once you have your one-on-one, then we discuss everything. If you're moving forward, then we discuss what needs to be done for you to move forward. Every designer that participates in Baltimore Fashion Week will meet with a stylist. I'm going to say it again, because it's key. Every designer that participates in Baltimore Fashion Week will have a one-on-one meeting with our stylist. The stylist that we have on board for Baltimore Fashion Week. And all of that information will be released probably in January. We'll release everything because there's a lot of things that need to happen in the background before all that information is released. Our registration for interns and volunteers, all of that will kick off in January. So if you're a designer and you want to register, you can register here. The deadline is March 31st, 2026. You do have to pay a deposit. I do not discuss finances on any of our live feeds. So if you're interested, you can complete the form. Once you complete the form, I'll send you'll get a link to schedule your one-on-one, and then we'll meet and we'll discuss the particulars, and then you can decide if you want to think about it, that's fine, or you can decide, yes, I want to do this. Let's make it happen, and then we can talk about next steps. And that's it. So let me go over real quickly our souvenir booklet page. So this is our page for our souvenir booklets. This is Gregory Delvec. He is one of the models for Baltimore Fashion Week, and he's also a part of the Benai agency. And the Benai, so now I'm going to dive a little bit into the Benai agency. So Greg is a talent for Benai, and on the home page, you have Ambria. I hope I said her first name right. And she's another um, talent of Benai. So she is the face of Baltimore Fashion Week. And then you have Greg, who's the cover for our souvenir booklets. So all of our souvenir booklets are printed. When it's time for them to be printed, ad spaces are available if you like to place an ad. All designers that are completely, well, not completely, but are fully registered by April 1st. Once April 1st hits, we hit the ground running. There's no like, oh, nope. Um, Registration ends March 31st. In April, we schedule the designer go see. For anybody, if anybody's here who doesn't know or you're not familiar with what a go see is, just type go see and I'll explain what that is. But if no one says that, I'm assuming that you know. So I'm just going to tell you a go see is when we have all the designers come in and all of the models come in. All the models are dressed in their favorite looks because they're more comfortable that way, right? So we have them come in and all the designers sit at one end of the room. Each designer that arrives, they receive their particular packet. Once they get their packet, the models walk, they write down the numbers. Then they meet with the models. Although now this is something that if you're a model and you're listening, I need you to pay attention to this. So when at the go see, the designer could have a look of 20 pieces, but at the go see, they may select 40 models, right? So calm down. I know you're losing it, like, oh my God, he only has 20 pieces. Right. So if he selects 40 models and he has 20 pieces, that's because at the go see, he's taking measurements. He may take pictures of you. He may ask you to walk again for him. He or she may ask you questions that could relate to their collection they're envisioning, or it could be, oh, it could be that they just want to, it's like a one-on-one interview with the designer because the designer is not going to select any talent or model that they feel cannot represent their collection, which is why, as a model, I always say, I've said it for since 2002, that my job or our job, Benai's job, is to get you in front of the designer. It's up to you for you to get yourself in the collection. So that's your time for you to shine. Don't be all crazy with the shine and just be yourself, like what we'll talk about. And if the designer's interested, they'll take your number, they'll take your information. As a designer, one thing you will receive before the actual go see, each designer will receive a spreadsheet of every model that has been accepted and approved to walk by my standards or by the agency standard to walk in Baltimore Fashion Week. So, with that being said, I'm going to stop sharing because I see my computer is kind of sort of struggling a little bit. Okay, I'm waiting for it to catch up. Okay, I think we're good. Um, so, oh God, what was I saying? Oh, I just drew a blank when my computer froze. What was I saying? Um, it was about, oh my God, does anybody remember what I just said? Oh my God, I hate when it happens anyways. Let's talk about the models. It'll come back. So for the model casting call, which is on February 7th, the location will be revealed on by February, no, before the end of January, since the model casting is February 7th, you all need to know by at least the 20th of January. It will be in Baltimore City. Um, because I don't like for people to just show up. So if you do find out, which you probably will, find out where it is, you will not be able to participate in the casting unless you register. So you can go to baltimorefw.com, click on model, and it'll take you to the Benai site to register. Tickets for Baltimore Fashion Week will go on sale, be available for purchase on May 1st. Tickets go live. Seating, assigned seating is for right now, it's only for the runway shows, which are on the 12th, 13th, and the 14th. So the 10th through the 14th is Monday through Friday. So we have our front row seating, standard seating, and then we have a couple of other levels that I'll let you be surprised at when you go get your ticket. Now, we do have, as a part of the Fashion Umbrella Foundation, we do have some workshops, and I'm going to pull up the site. I'm not going to share it because I don't want to, my poor computer. It's just like hanging on its last little toenail. Okay, so let me go to programs. So beginning in 2026, yes, in 2026, we have created different series under the Fashion Umbrella Foundation that are rounded to assist those in arts, education, and business development, right? So we have the Launchpad series, the Blueprint series, and we have the Canvas series. Coming up in the next 2 to 3 weeks is the intro to the Blueprint series. Oh, spreadsheet. I was talking about the spreadsheet. Okay, great. Thank you. So on the spreadsheet, thank you so much. On the spreadsheet that designer, I'm going back now. On the spreadsheets that designers will receive, will have the model's name, their email address, their identifying gender, and their stats. You will also receive, the designers will also receive before the go see, you will also receive the all the images that were taken, not all the images, but the best image of each model that we took at the actual casting. So you get a link to the images, and the images are put on the form, I mean, on the site, first name, last name, in alphabetical order to match the spreadsheet. So when you get the spreadsheet, it'll have their number, name, phone number, email address, identifying gender, and then their stats. And that's sent to all the registered designers of Baltimore Fashion Week. So as soon as April 1st hits, you get that form. By the time April 1st hits, we'll have the date for the go see and the date for the fitting. We also schedule a fitting for the designers. So once you have your go see, you send us your selection that you're entering, the models that you want in your collection. You send that list back to us, and then we take that list and invite those models only to the fitting. You come to the fitting, you bring your garments, bring your measuring tape, bring your sketchboard, whatever you sketchbook, whatever you need, tape measure, whatever you need to meet with the models to make sure that the collection is on point. That's the only fitting that we offer for Baltimore Fashion Week. So if additional fittings are needed, then you can either schedule it yourself, or if it's a group of designers that need that opportunity, then we'll look into scheduling another one if time allows. Um, so the model call is February 7th. Then we have tickets, workshops. So workshops the very first workshop that we're doing, and now I need to go to the schedule of events. The very first workshop that we're doing is called Blueprint, Making It Make Sense. And so this is it's a free course, a complimentary course. And all you have to do is go to the site and register. It's not the first course, but it's just an introduction to the Blueprint series. So the Blueprint series is a series that we've designed because we have all these programs right under Fashion Umbrella Foundation. They're like all over the place. They're all running around. They won't have a seat. So I said, everybody needs to have a seat. So when I said everybody needs to have a seat, we created these different pockets or these different rooms where all of these different programs should sit. So we have the Launchpad series, which handles all of our education, creativity, and confidence classes, like for models, for youth. We have our college readiness workshop under the Launchpad series. Then you go to the Blueprint series. That's all business. That's all business. We have a press release one-on-one coming up. We have a publication class coming up, marketing on a shoestring budget, sponsorship class coming up. And I won't be there for all of them, but a lot of them I will be sharing what I learned or know. Um, event planning 101. We're doing that class, and that class is really fun. So during that class, we do a special everybody breakout, and it's so cool. It's really cool. Everybody, when I've um, facilitated the class in the past, everybody loved it. And then we have the Canvas series. So on, we're going to talk about the Canvas series in a few minutes. So the next classes that we have coming up, and this is complimentary. All you have to do is go online and register, and it's going to be held at the Ena Pratt Library. But limit seating is extremely limited because the space, it was, the libraries crazy. So seating is limited. So the seats are definitely on a first come first serve basis. There will be no registration the day of. Um, the Blueprint series. Hold on, let me get the right. The Blueprint series, Making It Make Sense, is on Saturday, November the 8th at 2 o'clock, I believe. Was it 11? Lord Jesus. Hold on, y'all. Let me get the time. Okay, it's at 2. The Blueprint series, Making It Make Sense, is from 2 to 4:30. We will have a cute little snack available for those that, because that's when I eat lunch around 2. And so, I just like to make sure people are cohesive. And the rest of the classes under the Blueprint series will be announced in January because we're still scheduling those. The College Readiness Workshop course will be coming out shortly, and that's going to be also at the Ena Pratt Library. We're working on when is the right time to schedule that because that class or that workshop talks about when you, as a student in high school, did you know that if you're a student in high school, you should be applying for college in the 6th grade? Uh, like who knew, right? Who knew? So if you wait till your 10th, 11th, or 12th year, it's kind of sort of too late. So we're working on the marketing. The gentleman who facilitates that class is amazing. I call him the scholarship father of Baltimore because if there's a scholarship out there, he knows how to get it and he can show you where to get it, and probably who you need to talk to. He's just that versed in his connections. So that's coming up. Once that's ready, we'll do a big blast, which is why it's key that you go to any one of our sites you go to. You can always subscribe to our email list. If you go to Baltimore Fashion Week, Fashion Umbrella, Nixon Art Gallery, not so much working on it. But if you go to Baltimore Fashion with Fashion Umbrella, all of those sites, you can subscribe. You can also join our text SMS messaging. If you take fashion to 888-437-0121, and it's also at the ticker down the bottom. Let me see if I can do this. There it is. It's right there. Hurry up, write it, it's going away. So if you subscribe to those two features, why am I blurry? Okay. If you subscribe to those two features, you shouldn't miss a beat, right? You shouldn't miss a beat. Now we're going to step into my baby, which another baby that I love, which is the Nixon Art Gallery. I love, love, love. Do I have anything on my desk that I've made? Okay, so I'll show you something. So I made this the other day, right? This was made in the Nixon Art Gallery. I am the Nixon Art Gallery, okay? Let me put this over here so I won't break it. That was made with cement. Right now we have a class. Let me see. So these are, let me show you these earrings. They're not finished. So these are some earrings that I made. This is using regular resin. Let me see if I can get it. So these are, okay, why is it blurry? Regular resin. I don't know if you can see me put my hand behind it. So those are earrings and the B is backwards. Okay, the B is backwards. So that's the earring that I made, and it comes with two, right? So these were made with UV resin. On January 10th, we're doing a class where you will learn how to make jewelry like this. So this was made, that was the yellow ones are regular resin. This was made with UV resin. So on January 10th, we're doing a class. It's called Wearable Art, and everyone there will have the opportunity to create a pair of earrings or either a pendant. I don't know, which you'll get. Find out when you get there. The Nixon Art Gallery is providing all supplies. We get all supplies and all embellishments, everything you need, we're bringing. And the only thing you need to do is open your mind and become creative. Step into the creative space. One thing about being creative is that there are no rules. So if you like it, I love it. How about that? If I love it, hopefully you'll like it, right? Okay. So I made these. This is okay. Why is it like this? This is a cloud that I don't know why you can't see. It's a cloud I made out of cement because I was playing around with it. I'm like, I don't know. Not feeling the cement. So we have something else. That's another class that's coming up with ceramic resin. That's January 30th, right? And I'm really excited about, so to be completely transparent here, the Nixon Art Gallery basically saved my life. So during the pandemic, I was going through really bad and it was really dark, right? Not dark in my house, like dark emotionally, right? So, well, sometimes it was dark in my house, but anyway, it was dark. It was dark emotionally. And hey, Lindsay, hi, Age. And so I started creating and I created so much. I said, I need to do something with this. So if you go to nixonartgallery.com, you can see everything that I create. So you go to that site, and about a couple of days, all the registration for all of our art workshops will be on the Nixon Art Gallery site, right? Um, I think that's pretty much it. This was really cool. So I'll be doing this every Tuesday at 8 o'clock. It'll either be on this channel or the Nixon Art Gallery. But if you subscribe to either channel, because if you got our marketing campaign, so that's why you're here. Some of you I called and told to be here. The rest of you got it because you're either on a list, you follow us on social media, or you're on my personal pages. And so all of our live streams will always be either on one of the channels on YouTube and definitely on Facebook, whichever channel I'm representing. And that's pretty much it. I didn't ask if anybody had any questions. So if you do have questions, now's the time. The floor is open. The parking lot is ready. So the parking lot, for those of you who don't know, a parking lot is when you have a meeting, someone has a piece of paper and they write down all the questions. But our parking lot is virtual. So if you have any questions, you can just drop them in the comments. And then if I can't answer them on air, I will send, I don't know how I'm going to send it to you, but I'll try to respond to the question, especially if it's through YouTube, which it looks like everybody is here through YouTube except for one person. So that's it. So if you don't have any questions, I'll wait a few seconds. And if you don't have any questions, I'm going to go because I need to eat. I need to eat. So this was really fun. This is really fun. So I may come back. I think I am going to come back later on tonight because I want to try something, right? So I want to beta test. Oh, you're welcome. Okay, Ro. Thank you for coming by. So I am going to beta test something. I purchased some ceramic resin, right? And I've been dying to use it. So I am going to come back probably around 9 o'clock, but on the Nixon Art Gallery page. And I'm more than likely go live through StreamYard. So if you subscribed to the Nixon Art Gallery page, you'll get the notification. Bye, Raul. Thanks for stopping by. Um, oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. I'm glad you came. I'm glad you came. So I know I'm a little like but this is me. This is me. This is how my lives go. It's very relaxed. The vibe is definitely here. So I'll be back probably around 9:30. I'm gonna take a break. I need to debrief from this meeting so I can do me, and y'all get to see my background and all of that. So I'm gonna do one piece. I'm just gonna beta test it to see if I get my measurements right. I just want to see if I get my measurements right, but I will do it live. I'll do it on the Nixon Art Gallery channel, and you all can meet me over there. Let's say around 9:30. That's enough time for me. Okay. Thank you all for being here for our first live. We're back. Yay! I'm so excited. If you have anything that you would like for us to talk about or discuss it, we may have guests on here, so it won't always be me. In the past, I've invited guests to come on board, so expect guests to come. I'm very excited about that. And that's all I have. Oh, we also have a TikTok channel under Nixon Art Gallery. You can find a lot of my work over there. And that's it. So you all have a good evening. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate you spending 52 minutes with me, with and my craziness and my love for what I do. And I hope to see all of you at Fashion Week. I hope to see some of you on a runway, maybe. I don't know. But you never know. If you have any questions, you can always email us at info@baltimorefw.com. Let me see if I can type that in the comments. Email, hold on, at Baltimore FW. Let me see if because I'm always, see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Okay, it's right. So I just dropped out email in the comments, and oh, it went to YouTube and to Baltimore Fashion Week Facebook. So have a good evening, y'all, and be safe. Okay. Oh, my birthday is October 31st. All right. Gifts? No? Yes? Okay. All right. Bye.